All right, good afternoon, traders. Today is January 31st, 2025. Where did this month go? Wow, already 1 month under wraps. 11 more, and we're doing New Year's all over again. Wow, this is nice. All right, January 31st, 2025. My name is John Kerrigan. I moderate the BYOB Trading Room. Thank you for being here. Thank you for finding value in my content. Thank you for subscribing to my content. Thank you for leaving kind comments. Thank you so much. All right, let's go take a look at some charts this morning. First, I want to just share with you, I did a double, okay? So I did a double right here, all right? 54, started with 27,000 and brought it all the way up to 54. So got a double in there, all right? So feels good, all right? So what did we trade today? Let's take a look at what we traded today. Well, I traded 609 calls at the beginning of the day. Traded some 599 puts because I had a position that was underwater, so I sold some puts against it. Again, with 602 puts, sold some of those against it. Costco, traded some Costco, had one call left over, sold that near high of day. By February, some more calls. I bought 5 of those. I think it's still, I sold 3 of those and I covered them. And then I did the 21 right here. Sold. I still own 5 of these, 615 calls. All right, and that's it right there. These are the puts that were underwater, and I've been holding those for a while, just selling puts against them. All right, so there's the day. Doubled the account. I feel good. Let's go take a look at some charts. Let's move all of this down. All right. On the 10-minute chart, we have a 10-minute downtrend. All right, so when we come in on Monday, we're looking for a continuation of the 10-minute downtrend. On the 2-hour chart, we have a 2-hour downtrend. All right, so we got a 2-hour downtrend and a 10-minute downtrend. On the daily, still in an uptrend here on the daily. Okay, higher low, higher high, closing under the bullish trap, but over the 17 EMA and underneath the all-time high anchored VWAP, but over the prior all-time high anchored VWAP. And let's go ahead and extend this to see where we are. So we are closing underneath the downtrend line right here. Okay, see that? There's the downtrend line. We're closing underneath it, but we still made a higher low. All right, so there's SPY on the daily chart. SPY on the daily chart, still in an uptrend, making higher lows and higher highs. Okay, so we're still bullish up here. If we look at it on this area right here, you can see price action is still in the upper quadrant, way up there. So, okay, so way up there. Let's put the quad lines on it so you can see it. And drag them over to here. You see we're still way up here in upper quadrant 4. We are still bullish. You see we're over the prior all-time high anchored VWAP, but underneath the all-time high anchored VWAP. So there it is on the daily chart. Daily chart's bullish. 2-day chart bullish. 3-day chart bullish. Weekly chart bullish. Monthly chart bullish. And the semi-annual bullish. All right, so there's SPY. Let's take a look at QQQ. Going to start my weekend early here. It's nice. A higher low, higher high. Closing under bearish cross, but over the 17 EMA. QQQ in an uptrend. Price action closing over the 17, up in quadrant 4, still bullish. Okay, if you look at the price action here, we're up and over to the right. It's a sloppy bull flag, but it is a bull flag. All right, QQQ on the daily chart in an uptrend. Let's take a look at FNGU. Again, sloppy bull flag right here. If we look at this on the daily chart, price action for FNGU, higher low, higher high, closing under bearish trap, but over the 17 EMA, over the downtrend line, over the uptrend line, over the all-time high anchored VWAP. FNGU up in quadrant 4, still bullish. QQQ still bullish. SPY still bullish. FNGU still bullish. Let's take a look at IWM. IWM got a outside day, higher high, lower low, closing under bullish trap over the 17, under the all-time high anchored VWAP. Just neutral bullish here, okay? In an uptrend still, okay? They have to take out, they actually have to take out these lows to get themselves into a downtrend. IWM on the daily chart, notice price action goes up and gives it up, okay? It's just neutral when they do that. If they could find their way back up here on the top of all these wicks, all right, they could probably find themselves in a bullish situation. Right now, just on the bullish side of neutrality. Let's take a look at Diamond Dow. Diamond Dow still in a downtrend, but not moving down, all right? Price action outside day, higher high, lower low. Closing inside a bullish trap over the rising 17, over the all-time high anchored VWAP. Up here at the top of quadrant 4, that's bullish up there. All right, like to see them hold. Need a lot of these indexes and sectors to hold the higher ground for once. All right, so there's Diamond Dow. Let's take a look at the technicals. T2122. All right, we find ourselves making a lower high inside of the buy zone, ripping all the way down to the midpoint and making a lower low. Here's the low. There's a low. Into the sell zone. Lower high, lower low in the sell zone. Okay, T2122. I'll bet T2123 has some red on it. And yes, we do. Okay, so price action gaps up, and then the bears fill the gap. Okay, so that tells you that the bears are present and accounted for up here at this level. All right. Price action, 15-minute chart, bullish from the beginning of the day, and then right about 1:30, things start to fall apart, and we find ourselves underneath the 17 EMA there. Okay, notice still got a higher low and a higher high. Okay, higher low and a higher high, but the bears filled the trap. Okay. Over the rising 17, all right, this is still bullish up here. Okay, you can see price action has made its way from down here all the way up, all right, on the 3-bar chart. 3 more green candle bars, all right. Price action moving up here, okay. Again, consolidation over prior consolidation is bullish. Price action kind of, I don't know if price is closing in or this 200 is closing in, okay? On the 15-minute, we're over the 200 SMA. On the 3-bar chart, we're under the 200 SMA right here. So price action kind of V-bottoming here back towards that 200 SMA. FNGU, bullish at the beginning of the day, gap up. We were up over the 200, nice look there. And then failed to make a significant higher high. Okay, it made a higher high, but it's not significant. Okay, so what happens? We come back down and test the low. So we tested the all-time high anchored VWAP. That's the pink line. And we find ourselves back underneath the flat 200 SMA here. Okay, still FNGU over the downtrend line and over the uptrend line. Still bullish there on FNGU. Let's take a look at a few sectors. First sector, SMH. All right, SMH is in a downtrend because they took out this low. That put them in a downtrend. SMH makes a higher high and a higher low, closing inside a bearish trap under the 17. No longer in the upper third, just neutral bullish. Again, moving up and giving it up. And more kind of bearish just on the bullish side of neutrality here. As we look at the big picture, this is a bull flag. Really sloppy bull flag. XLK. All right, XLK up here in quadrant 4, that's bullish. Today's price action, not impressive at all. Higher low, higher high, but closing underneath the prior all-time high anchored VWAP, underneath the bearish trap, and underneath the 17, and about to lose the upper quadrant there. Remember, a week ago, Friday, that was the new all-time high for XLK. All right, so not quite recovering yet. All right, still got a lot of work to do. Still in an uptrend, but if they take out this low, or excuse me, if they take out this low now, they'll be in a downtrend. There's XLK. Let's take a look at XLE, energy sector. All right, XLE putting in a horrid candle today. XLE in a downtrend, all right, because they took out this low and this low right here, here and here. Price action made a lower low down here. So in order to negate that, they have to take out a high, all right? And there's no highs to be taken out except for this one up here. So what they have is a pullback in the downtrend. Okay, so they made a lower high. Now, if they come back up and take out the high here, they'll have an uptrend. Right now, still in a downtrend and moving down again. Price action for today, horrible red candle, lower high, lower low, closing under the bearish trap, under the 17, under the downtrend line, under this downtrend line, underneath the all-time high anchored VWAP, underneath the midpoint. Again, you can see price action moves up, gives it up, moving up again, giving it up. All right, I don't know where they're going to find support. We'll find out next week sometime, I guess. So there's XLE. All right, on the bearish side of neutrality there. All right, let's take a look at UNG. All right, here's UNG in an uptrend. If they take out this low, they'll be in a downtrend. UNG finding a little support here on the 12-month high anchored VWAP right there. Okay, so price action, lower high, lower low, closing underneath the bearish trap, underneath the 17, in the buy box, underneath the midpoint. Again, price moving up, giving it up. Okay, we need these to hold. A lot of these sectors, you see them, they're moving up and they're giving it up. Okay, that's just neutral. Some of them are even moving up and giving it up and more. That's bearish. Okay, again, UNG having a hard time holding the higher ground. Okay, so price action, let's back out here. Here's the midpoint. You can see we're on the bearish side of neutrality here for UNG. Now this anchored VWAP, it's not like an all-time high anchored VWAP. This right here that's just a 12-month, actually a 13-month high anchored VWAP right there. So nothing impressive going on UNG if they're going to keep moving up and giving it up. See, move up and then they give it up and more. They move up, they give it up. It's just the same process all over again and again. UNG moving up, giving it up. All right, so price action, closing under the trap, under the 17, over the 1-year high anchored VWAP. All right, and that's about all I got good to say is it's over the 1-year high anchored VWAP, and it's still in an uptrend. Again, that's just a label. Let's take a look at USO. All right, USO, look at it, going up, giving it up again. Okay, no wonder nothing can get going here. Okay, price action for today, lower high, lower low, closing under the bearish trap, under the 17, underneath. Actually, we're in the upper third up here. Okay, so USO's in the upper third after bouncing out of the buy box. Right here, okay? They're still in an uptrend. If they happen to take out this low right here, that'll put them in a downtrend. USO still in an uptrend, but not moving up. Notice lower highs and lower lows recently. Okay, it's on the bullish. It's in the bull box. It's in the upper third, but bouncing out of the buy box. It's over the bullish side of neutrality here. So we're up here in the upper third. That's bullish. It's just barely making it though, right there on USO. So it's USO bullish, UNG not so much. All right, let's take a look at silver and gold. All right, let's take a look at gold. Gold's easy. Gold, new all-time high. Bam. All right. Higher low, higher high, closing over the trap, over the 17, over the prior all-time high anchored VWAP. All right, gold, new all-time high today. All right, silver, probably putting in, oh, silver couldn't do the higher high. Silver, lower high, lower low, closing over the bullish trap, over the 17 in an uptrend, and over the 12. I think that's a 12-year high anchored VWAP. That's a 12-year high anchored VWAP there on silver. Okay, over the 12-year high anchored VWAP. Not in the upper third, so just on the bullish side of neutrality. Look, again, silver moving up, giving it up. All right, got to get up and hold. All right, that's the secret. Find the securities, the sectors, the ones that move up and hold the higher ground. Those are the ones, if you want to look for something to pay attention to bullishly, look for the ones that hold that higher ground. Notice going up, giving it up, going up, giving it up. I don't know what's going to happen here, if they're going to give that up or they're finally going to hold for once. We'll see. So there's silver on the daily chart, still in an uptrend. All right, let's take a look at XLI. All right, XLI, again, in a downtrend, but moving up. All right, price action makes a lower high up here. Okay, and we got a possible higher low. Price action for today is a higher low and a higher high, closing over a bullish trap, under a bullish trap, over the 17 EMA, and over the all-time high anchored VWAP. Up here in quadrant 4, that's bullish, but underneath this downtrend line. Okay, let's take a look at XLU. XLU's in an uptrend, all right, and price action puts in a higher low. There'll be pressure on the bulls to produce the higher high. Price action today, outside day, just like XLI, higher high, lower low, closing over a bullish cross, over the 17 and over the all-time high anchored VWAP for XLU. Not in the upper third, all right? Not in the upper third, only on the bullish side of neutrality here. So there's XLUs. Take a look at XRT. XRT, I had such high hopes for it, and now I gotta say, it's probably fallen out of the upper third up here, all right? So XRT on the daily chart. All right, there is some good news. It's over the uptrend line. All right, it's over the all-time high anchored VWAP. That's good. Moving up, giving it up. Not so much. Just on the bullish side of neutrality here. Price action is still in an uptrend, but struggling to move up. That was looking good yesterday. And then they fell out of bed today on XRT. That's the retail sector. All right, so you know what? I'm going to call that. I'm going to call it in the upper third, still bullish right there. They didn't break the 17, and that looks like the upper third. So they're still bullish, XRT. All right, still in an uptrend, still bullish, just a lousy close underneath the trap. All right, last one, IYT, transports. Okay, let's go check it out. It really is that ugly. Okay. When is this candle? Yeah, that's an aftermarket candle. All right, so let me do some things here. Put a line in. And a line in. All right. So for today, Okay, we got a higher high. See that? We got a higher high. And we got an inside day. So higher high. Higher high, higher low. Closing, we're not going to count that. That's after market. Higher high, higher low. Closing on the daily chart under a bearish trap, or in a bearish trap, under the 17, under the all-time high anchored VWAP, but over the new uptrend line right here. Okay, up here, not qualifying for the upper third, just on the bullish side of neutrality. Okay, again, move up, you give it up. You move up, you give it up. Okay, all I can say is they're neutral when they do that. All right, so that's it. All right, traders, that's it for me. I'll take some questions, see if anyone wants me to look at something. Sue's got McDonald's. Thanks, Jordo. All right, everybody, have a wonderful weekend. I will see you all on Monday, and we'll do it again. Thanks, Robert. Thank you. All right, we'll see you on Monday, 8 o'clock. We'll do it again. Thanks, Ron. Thanks, Brad. Thanks, Alan. Thank you, everybody. All right, everybody have a great weekend.